Okay, what if I told you there's a publishing house that believes the solution to war, famine, and even pandemics isn't some new technology, but a whole new way of understanding words? That's the really radical idea behind Aeeh Press Inc. Their whole argument is that the very building blocks of our reality, our language, are broken, and they have a plan to fix them. So let's dive into their mission. It's a huge question, right? But it's the very foundation of everything Aeeh Press is doing. And look, they're not just talking about clearer communication. They're proposing that if we can engineer our language with absolute precision, we can literally engineer a better reality for all of us. So how do they even begin to tackle something that big?
Well, before we can even get to their solution, we have to grasp the scale of the problem as they see it. In their view, our everyday misunderstandings aren't just little mix-ups. No, they represent a fundamental crisis in how we build and share knowledge.
Now this is a pretty startling claim. They are directly linking massive global crises, we're talking pandemics, inflation, war, to a fundamental misunderstanding of the words we use every single day. They're arguing that our collective ignorance is having tangible, absolutely devastating consequences. So for them, this isn't a minor issue. It's a foundational crisis. To put it in their own stark terms, they believe humanity is operating at the lowest level of proper knowledge. Basically, the entire structure of our civilization is built on these unstable, misunderstood words. It's a really provocative diagnosis of the modern world, and it absolutely sets the stage for a radical solution. So if the problem is a world built on broken words, what's the fix? Aeeh Press proposes this powerful, almost revolutionary concept they call the unified word. And this, right here, is the absolute core of their entire philosophy. The unified word, or UW for short, is their answer, but it's so much more than just a better dictionary definition. They actually describe it as a science. The idea is that every word contains these inherent truths, what they call lights, that once you see them are universally clear to everyone. You know, think of it like a prism revealing the hidden rainbow inside a single beam of light. The unified word reveals the full, undeniable meaning packed inside a single word. And get this, they actually try to quantify the power packed into each one of these unified words. We're not talking about a simple definition here. They see each word as a vessel, holding the potential for dozens of new scientific discoveries, hundreds of innovation keys to unlock new tech, and just massive sets of new data. It's like finding a whole universe of potential packed into a single term. This quote just brilliantly illustrates how seriously they take this. To them, a word isn't just a label. It's a responsibility, it's a discipline, it's even one of the universe's secrets. This just elevates language from a simple tool to a powerful force that literally shapes our reality. So I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds pretty philosophical, right? Kind of out there. But Aeeh Press isn't just speculating. They have a practical, methodical plan to put these ideas into action. They don't just want to talk about words. They actually want to engineer them. And their method for this is a whole new field they've named Unified Linguistic Engineering. I mean, just think about that for a second. Applying the rigorous precision of engineering to the messy, often subjective world of language. This image really captures that idea perfectly, transforming the chaos of communication into a structured, functional system. And they break this new field down into two main parts. On one hand, you have the theoretical side, which tackles the big picture questions, diving deep into cognitive science. But then you have the applied side, which is all about the practical, hands-on work of building and modeling these words so they can be used with total precision. It's really where the abstract ideas become concrete tools. So here's the kicker. They treat a word exactly like an engineer treats a product. Each word has a stable pattern, it has specific functional requirements, and it has an ultimate design. The goal is to uncover this blueprint for every important word, creating a definition so complete and so sufficient that it's universally true, no matter what field you're in. So how does this super technical, engineering-based approach to language actually translate into, books? You might be surprised. This scientific foundation is the launchpad for an incredibly diverse range of creative and literary work. And the scope is just immense. On one end, you have these enduring scientific books designed to be foundational texts that last forever. But right alongside them, you find documentaries, literary fiction, poetry, and even visual arts like calligraphy and short films. The common thread through all of it is that each creation, whether it's a novel or a scientific paper, is built on this foundation of engineered, unified language. It's all about ensuring clarity and truth no matter what the medium is. Ultimately, what this is all about is building a community. We're all swimming in what they call ubiquitous information these days. So their goal is to support the creators, the scientists, the philosophers, and the storytellers who are committed to using this precise, powerful form of language. They believe these are the voices we really need to hear to cut through all that noise. All right, so where does this grand project go from here? Well, publishing books is really just the beginning. Their bigger mission is to take this core idea of unified language and apply it directly to solving real-world problems. Their roadmap is basically a three-stage evolution. It starts with what we've been talking about, engineering the language itself. But that's just the foundation for the next step, unified reform, which is a plan to use these clear concepts to actually heal divisions in society. And the final stage is even more ambitious, reviving heritage, using this stable language to reclaim a true, unbiased understanding of our own history. And this, right here, is the end game. The whole project is aimed at creating a universal knowledge map, a stable, common language that allows for a complete, intrinsic understanding of any word, and by extension, any concept. It's a truly monumental goal. So, we'll leave you with this question. Aeeh Press is making a monumental bet here, that the most powerful tool for changing the world isn't some future invention, but something we've had all along. It really makes you wonder, what if they're right? What if a better future has been hidden inside our words this whole time, just waiting for us to finally understand them?